Welcome back to World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King Classic Blind. I've got some plans for tomorrow. Same video for you, but for today, I'm putting the daily in dailies. Trying to make quicker progress here with the cooking reward things. I'm trying to get that done in a more reasonable time. And also, getting maximum use out of my Hearthstone here by starting over here in Dun Niflheim. Getting some stuff done. We got a new pair of shoulders for the tank set. So we need another dodge and defense rating upgrade. Spell power, crit, dodge and defense rating. 80 gold as an investment into these shoulders. I'd say so. I'd say so. I'll grab that. Place that on there. And there we go. Now, one thing we do need to be careful of is we have two of these from the dungeon. One of them doesn't have the bonus enchantment on it, so if we get rid of one of them, we have to make sure we get rid of the correct one. That would be devastating. It would be a loss of 80 gold.
Good day.
Things could be worse.
See you later.
Cheese for the guy. We need 6 wine glasses and the cheese.
See you around.
Okay, perfect. Let's see if our timing is better here. Slightly later than we would be typically out and about doing this. We can dodge some of the other people also trying to do the daily cooking quest. We also have a few other things in the inventory that we want to deal with. We are prepared.
Hello.
Blood is thicker.
Safe travels.
Nope.
See you around.
That's out of the way. Continuing the only taking the fishing quest when it is in Dalaran business. Just for ease of use here. Makes everything simpler. Still do want to get all that
How may I help?
fishing levels up still.
Be careful.
Work in progress. Everything's a work in progress. Always is. That's okay. Got 4, 5, and 6. Beautiful. And then we need to head down. Get the cheese. Or the cheese shop. Then we can just run this on in. Perfect. This cheese in particular, even though the entire table is glowing, only that one works. Combine into the platter. And we're on the run. Right over here to the Commerce Exchange area. Very good. Here, stand on the counter,
Off with you. Watch your back.
and get another award. And some spices.
I've the finest
Sell these
wares
spices,
in
or
the
do
land.
those.
See you soon.
And we are right where we need to be. Do a bit of blacksmithing and forging and such. Make some serenite. Still, kind of evil. We're using it anyway. And then over here at the big ol' anvil, make a socket for a bracer. Modify this. New wrist. And there you go. It now has a socket, which we can put something on. If we go into the tank setup here, we'll call that, we can see the upgrades available. This is just straight up better in every conceivable way. Strength, stamina, defense, and dodge. Crusaders, square pauldrons. It's a different color. Light's not great here, that's fine. This ring is better, and better. We definitely want to get rid of the Ring of the Ancestral Protectors. Because that is the less good one. We get way more defense rating from that. There you go. Yeah, this is just worse than the other options. So that's fine. And then this has less parry, but more defense. I think the defense is more better. And these are the bracers. Can't really see them under the gloves. That's fine. Save this as new tank setup. Tank, right? Yep. This is the guest set. This is soulbound, soulbound, soulbound. Don't need these anymore. They're just worse. We can also sell that. That'd be perfect. You want to buy things?
What can I
Like
get
armor
for you
merchant.
today?
Some interesting stuff. A few gold for these. Alright.
Off with you.
And we can also switch back into the DPS set. Tank set. Is in both? Is there no, I guess it just looks the same. Lots of vigilance, yep. Just has the same picture. It's fine. It's working right. Yeah, now we got the full setup here. Well, the upgraded setup. So now, with that done, I now wait 20 hours? 19 hours. And then we do more dailies. It's a daily system. On the daily. Amazing. Another day, another daily.
Good day to you.
Sewer
Have a
stew.
good one.
Go get the carrots.
See you
Okay.
around.
And also more of the chilled meat. We're using a lot of that. It's used in a lot of the recipes here, isn't it? That's okay. 4 more chilled meat. Alright. We can grab that. We can grab that.
Hello.
Yeah, if we hadn't went and bought this chilled meat that last time, we would definitely be out of it by now. That's alright. That's alright. And we'll check the fishing quest, since we're here. Why not?
Hello.
The ghost fish.
Safe
Nope.
travel.
Yeah, like I said here, we might just end up going fishing to go fishing. We will see. Let's pop ourselves down to the ground here. And go get some carrots. Hopefully. That is, in fact, the goal here. 4 carrots. Maybe like underneath Dalaran, basically. That's where we've been finding them better. Looking. I also need to consider the fact that other people are also looking for carrots, probably. Off to a good start. That's 2. And I see another one in the distance. Oh. Not even really the distance. It's right here. So we find the 4th one. There it is. Oh, there you go. Probably one of our best jobs at getting the carrots here. Delightful. Fantastic. I really do want to find what side the entrance into the sewers is at. It's not a very large entrance compared to the size of the entire Dalaran here. But since we go straight from the under the city, getting the carrots, and then we need to go to the sewers, it would only make sense. Should be around here somewhere. I mean, it's definitely around here somewhere. That is how a hole in this big rock works. Maybe we exit. Have a better time finding it. There's only so much area. But still, it is an entire city that we're not allowed to fly in, and yet here we are. Look at us flying. No one can stop me. Is immediately stopped. That's alright. And we're down here. Kinda. Alright. So it's not on this side. Exit to the sewers. Exit from the sewers. To from. A little bit of both. Whatever. Let's get up in here. It's interesting that the sewers doesn't count as inside. Not gonna complain though. I'm not gonna complain.
What can I do for you?
Sewer stew.
Have a good one.
There you go.
Safe travels.
Another one of those. Another bag. Spices. Fantastic.
State your business.
You have these old spice.
Be ready for anything.
Right. Looks like the exit leads. And it leads right to here too. So that's like perfect. Let's see this. We should be able to get on the flying mount out here. That would make the most sense. So we don't immediately fall to our deaths. Okay, so it's like... It's very close to the top. And it's way over here, apparently. It's very close to the top, and it is basically the southwestern direction. Good to know. Good to know. Back into the no-fly zone while flying. Living the dream. And now, for what we are trying to do here. This. They'll probably stop eventually. Anyways. We are working on some of our weapon skills. Is it necessary to level up most of these? Probably not. Gonna do it anyway. If we're gonna do that, we've got a few things we can do to speed everything up. We're gonna look around for various weapons from the stores here. Let's see what we can get. Plate armor, shields, plate armor. Very shiny guy here.
What's on your mind?
He's got some fancy
What's
stuff.
your back?
We're more in the for weapons. Look around. We got armor. Yeah, we need specifically we need weapons and then armor with intellect on it. Because that'll allow us to do better. This is more of the training guys. I don't really have weapons over here. Let me look around. Textiles, leather, clockworks. Apothecary. First aid. That's alright. Weapons and such. Not typically something we're looking around for. Weapon shops. Hunter store. They probably have some stuff. There you go. We got guns and bows. We already have a bow here. Our tank item is... Do we have a tanking bow? One would think we would. This is in the DPS set. Equip the tanking set. Oh, it's a thrown weapon. Okay, that works. So we already have the thrown weapon and a bow. So if we get some other stuff here. Bow, thrown. We need like a crossbow and a gun.
How are
There's a gunsmith. I sell a gun. For 10 gold. We could probably get cheaper weapons. It's got a speed of 1.5. That's pretty good. Speed is also something we need to consider. So, 1.5 speed gun.
Safe travels.
Brilliant.
What brings you here?
Crossbow 2, bow 1.6. Our bow has a speed of 2.8. I don't think we can really fire the bow as... I mean, maybe if we have it as the main weapon, we actually can. So we'll try that. Here's a crossbow. We need a crossbow. We'll get the Dalaran bow here. And then that is crossbow and gun. Of course, we also need ammo for all these, so let's grab some of those. We don't need anything special at all. We're just gonna be grinding these up. Bows and crossbows both need arrows. I'll buy a few arrows here. I don't know how many arrows we're actually going to use. The ranged weapons are not our priority at all. And we'll get some... the cheapest bullets money can buy. That should be fine. And then for thrown weapon, we have a thrown axe here, which apparently does not use ammunition, since it's more of like an entire axe here. So that'll be good.
Be careful.
What is this shop? Dealt with, basically. So now we need to find other stores. Like the Arsenal Absolute. That sounds like what we're looking for.
I supply only
Dagger and fist weapons. Does unarmed count as fist weapons? Because we got axes, bows, crossbows, daggers, defense, guns, mace, polearms, staff, sword, thrown, two-handed axes, two-handed maces, two-handed swords, and unarmed. So I guess that would be fist weapons count as unarmed. Interesting. Here's a thrown weapon with 1.2 speed. That's way better. Grab that. We'll grab the fist weapon, which presumably counts as unarmed, which is interesting. And we'll grab a dagger. Looks like these are all very quick, which is preferable for training purposes. Cross that off, cross that off. Yeah, we have some equipment in the bank,
around.
like at least a polearm.
How may I help?
But I think we'd probably be better off getting the faster ones here. We also need to think about dual wielding stuff.
Can I help you?
Like for the dagger, it's one-handed, so we can get two daggers. The fist weapon's main hand only though. So that's something we need to consider. I don't know. Thrown weapon would be a thrown weapon, so you can't just use that in the melee either. Not sure if you can just... I'm not sure if I can auto-throw the thrown weapons. We will find out, won't we? But we can get another dagger here. We Don't really need to. Our skills with daggers is 397 because we had the tinking dagger at one point. So really, one dagger is gonna be plenty. Don't need to spend money on that.
What brings you here?
Swords, on the other hand, we could use a little bit more. We'll grab 2 swords. The two-handed sword, we already maxed. That's fine.
Can I help you?
Axes, we really only get 1 point in axes, if we even get that far. So we get 1 axe. Already maxed two-handed axes. We will grab a polearm here. Alright. We did get the axe. Fantastic.
Farewell.
And now, we have just a few more things we need. Like a mace, the Dalaran cudgel. Maces. That's what we get 2. Yeah. Most of the weapons we actually can use, we're doing pretty good with. I need we got a sword. Arm, mace, gun, dagger, crossbow, bolt, axe. Now we just need a staff.
Have a good one.
The least likely weapon for us to actually use. But it's a goal. Should be able to get that from the magic shop here. Hello, yes.
What can I help you
I am a warrior. I would like to purchase a staff. Two-handed staff. The two-handedness of the staffs and polearms also will slow things down here.
Go with honor, friend.
Less attacks and all that.
Step on
And
up.
here's wands, like the only weapon we can't use.
Safe
I would love to
travels.
just smack some stuff with wands a few times, but apparently I am incapable. Wild. Alright. And then, for using all of these weapons, we want to go as quickly as possible. And we need to consider where we're going to be going here. I think we want to go to, the Blasted Lands. I think our best bet would be Stormwind is the closest. Let's go to Stormwind. They got everything we need. Which is basically an auction house. That's the thing we need. Auction house and a bank, I guess. We can get this done. Go through here. Magical. Wild. Oh, is that Portal to the Blasted Lands? That's actually perfect. That'll do nicely. That's probably quicker than going a different way. Like flight path or anything. That will do nicely. Let's get over to the auction house and the bank. Let's see what we can cook up here. I don't think we would have any just straight up intellect boosting potions in the bank here. We also only have one of this strength potion. So should probably either get more of these or switch these out for something else from the bank
What
here.
can I do for you?
We do have lots of different stuff in here. Agility, hit rating, all stats. Intellect by 45 for an hour. Elixir of Mighty Thoughts. I'll take that. What else we got? Agility, armor penetration. Penetration's pretty good. It's a battle elixir. I mean, just straight up, the strength boost is probably the best for us, honestly. I'll just buy more of these. That's fine too. And then we also have the intellect scrolls here.
Be careful.
Should be nice. It's a guild vault. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna stay more than like an hour. We'll get what we can done. Let's see what we can do here. So now we need to find intellect gear. So armor and pretty much anything. Well, let's search for the armor category and search it by. Probably go into the actual auction here. get a bit of information. I don't know if we can search by things that have a certain stat. That's a possibility. Shopping. Search for item class, armor, price, crafted, quality. We'll go greens. And start. Searching. We can wear all the different kinds of armor, so we've got that going for us at least. So basically, we need to find equipment in all the different sections that gives intellect. Except for the pants. We already have pants that give intellect. Apparently we have a base intellect of 35. Oh, there's a lot of pages it's scanning. Well, that'll just give us all the options. So yeah, this one has 52 intellect. The pants. So, let's put that here for right now. We remember what we have. 70 pages of uncommon armor. Seems like a lot. I don't know how many pages there are to search. I'm seeing 7,378 items. It's like, what, 50 items per area? Oh, there it is. That's everything. Let's start from the... I think there's like the specific name that has the best addition to intellect. The one ring. Of the invoker, possible. Shadow damage, spell power. There's specific things we're looking for. The physician has intellect. Don't know if we want to spend that much on something here, though. We also search by level. Here is a 39 intellect wrist. Let's go to the bottom here. How cheap we're looking. These are all really low level things. If we want to get a decent amount of intellect in here, so like a min level of, let's go 50, maybe. Min level of 50. And load more results. The better we do here, in reality, the amount of time we're spending looking around trying to find the specific pieces, it might end up taking longer than we actually save. So we probably should just start grabbing things here. Is it gonna scan all the everything again? Right. How many things do we have here? Still quite a few. Stamina 9. How expensive we want to go here? There's 36 intellect shoes. We can always keep these around forever, too, as our weapon training gear. Not that we really need that, I don't think, but I don't know. Get some 36 intellect shoes, sure. Okay. So, we should probably be aware of what we're doing here. We'll take the equipment off as we purchase things. 42 intellect chest piece. That's a lot. Don't want to spend that much. 29 intellect shoulders. I guess we could also look for like plate shoulders. That would give more defense. Might help. I don't know how much defense really matters in this instance. Here's plate shoulders with some intellect. 57 gold. Yeah, let's go cheaper. Find me some good choices here. Oh, they just have no armor. 57 intellect. Helmet here. Plate. I can go for that. Maybe this is who's buying all the greens. People with interesting choices they're making. Helmet. Back. Look around. 11 intellect leather shoulders. 20 intellect feet. We already have feet. 49 intellect legs. That's pretty good. Oh, we already had legs. Well. Back to the cheaper stuff. 50 intellect cloth wrists. I think cloth is obviously going to have the best modifiers here. For intellect, one would assume. That's wrists. Close that. Having a little bit of armor is still probably a good plan. 11's just not very much. 20 like feet, we already have feet. 5 intellect helmet, we already got a helmet. 13 intellect belt. Sure. So that's a belt. We're definitely making choices today. I think we can search as specifically. So we got fire, stamina, shadow resistance, health per second. Intellect head, intellect chest. We do need a chest. 29 intellect on chest. Sure. We're gonna look absolutely ridiculous, I'm sure. This is gonna be absolutely wild once we're done here. Alright, what are we still looking for? Like, shoulders, a cape, maybe some hands. Here's intellect, feet, already have feet. Stamina, frost resistance. 64 legs. That's technically better than what we have, but we've already bought another pair of legs. We don't need a third one at this point. Male waist. It's probably better than what we just purchased. Agility. Spirit. Select head. I got head. Chest. This is definitely a thing. Spirit, fire resistance. 18 on the feet. I mean feet. There's a lot of stuff in here. There's a lot of stuff. Legs. No. Leather legs. Tectonic plate. We have that. Shoulders with attack power. Nope. Spell power. Chest. Helmet. Chest. Hands. Spirit. Might be able to narrow down the searches at this point. We can only search by the specific type and then what bit. Let's look for plate shoulders. Here's some with some intellect. Intellect plate shoulders. At least a few bits of plate, I guess. It's kind of expensive. 20? I don't know how much any of this is really helping. We're trying. We're having a good time. We'll search for... These aren't even specifically anything. We need to find some hands. Let's find some male hands. Definitely has less things. Here's 22. That's fine. There's maximizing, and then there's just wasting all of our time. It's hands. We find some rings, cape, and that. Armor, miscellaneous, necklaces. Find something in here. 12 intellect necklace, sure. necklace. Oh, let's find a cape. Some description. Yeah, these are like the miscellaneous. This is gonna be like. These capes are kind of on the head. More of a back, I would think. There's no head. Armor. Cloth head, shoulder, head, neck, shirt, finger. Maybe you can't sell capes. You think that'd be in this at some point? Let's find some finger stuff. Spirit, 24 intellect, ring, perfect. And another 24 intellect ring. Alright, purchase that one. And agility, 12 intellect ring. That's 2 rings. Let's see if I can find a cape in here. What's the combination for a cape here? Cloth. Cloth has more things. Head, shoulder, chest, waist, leg, feet, wrist, hands, back. So all capes are made of cloth. Possibly. So spirit, 19 intellect. That work. We're gonna look absolutely outrageous. I love it. Okay. Put on the DPS set here. And then we need to clear out the inventory so we're not making a huge mess. Get all our weapons and stuff over here. Let's get these things that we want to trade. Get these green things here to disassemble. And we're gonna try to sell these 2 blues. They're worth something. Possibly. Maybe not. You never know. Anyways. Get this stuff back. Accept the trade. Since we're here at the auction house, I guess we could also technically look to see what we have in the mail. And these are they're technically, yeah, these are the soul bounded with the bonus on it. This looks like it's would try to put this in our set. So luckily that didn't happen. What's that? Yeah, this orb. Yeah, there's even some of them on the market, which makes me feel more confident in the possibility of anyone caring about that. You want this moonshine? Go crazy. Doesn't look like anybody wants these cheap fish. No, not gonna worry about that. Okay. The ranged stuff down here. It's technically throw is also range. Alright. And we'll sell these fish to a shop somewhere. Let's pop into the Gilded Rose here quickly.
Need help?
Goods. Take these off my hands. The auction price is
Farewell.
very similar to the other price there. Let's grab some stuff out of here. So the items that aren't found are the ones that we're getting. Oh, we're gonna look amazing. And I think we actually, so we sold everything that we had in there. That's perfect. All right, let's see how we're looking. So we are switching into the magical set. So these are all bind on equip. They're not too expensive, all things considered. Let's see how much our intellect rises as we put all these on. I mean, we still have, These are worse, unfortunately. We can kind of just... We can try selling this back, maybe. Since we already have better intellect legs. So we go from a base of 35, 52 from the legs at 87. On these, and these, and this, and this. I guess we also have to remember that our magical legs are part of our training set. Now our intellect is 366. We look amazing. How is our defenses? Resilience is 0. Total armor, 4,451. Seems alright. So we will save this setup as... smart. This is the smart setup. And we'll put the smarty pants that we already have. Amazing. So our armor is 4451 with this setup, compared to 12,000 with this setup. Brilliant. Literally brilliant. We are fashion incarnate. Let's see if we can buy a couple more things in here. I do want more of the different potions. We can also sell this. I mean, we purchased it. Maybe somebody else will want it. Okay. So I also want to go shopping for an elixir of mighty thoughts. Spelled wrong? Elixir of mighty. It's probably searching in. Elixir of mighty. Elixir of mighty. Elixir of mighty thoughts. 45 intellect. We'll buy stacks of 20. I don't want a stack of 20. That's excessive. I will buy some elixirs of mighty strength though. Give me a stack of 15 of those. Yeah, we'll just buy the cheapest ones. I'm happy with that. Yeah, at this point, another 45 intellect's not a huge deal. So I'm happy with that. Alright, let's go grab that for future strengthy use. And get over to the Blasted Lands. Nice. We also don't use as many when we're not constantly dying. So, there's that too. So I did see that fancy portal over here. That'll get us right where we want to be. Yeah, 1 hour is still going to be quite a while. And it's totally doable. It's totally doable. Just people falling from the tower. They try to be all fancy with their swerving magical thing here. Or, it's not even magical. It makes the tower look more magical having the big spiral staircase. So I will give them that. It is fashion incarnate. Okay, now we need to go up to this place. Oh, let's go. There's some mithril. No time for mining. We got stuff to do. Right. Yep. Should work perfectly. So our main priority is going to be getting stuff up from just the base level. Like, staves is our lowest skill by far. I definitely want to start with the staff. We got some supplies. Mantis steak, Testing well fed. Haste rating. Haste would work too. And a flask of distilled wisdom for intellect. Alright. So this is a flask. Counts as both a battle and guardian elixir. Okay. So this is an elixir. So this is going to override that, and it is better. So that'll work perfectly. So haste is good too. Haste on the well-fed buff. This here. Alright. And I don't think the intellect set really matters as much at the start, because we're going to be getting points either way. Start by deal with all these guys, and then we will get over to the main event, which is Brawl the Destroyer. We'll put on our weapons here. Staff. Yeah, we kind of need to. Yeah, we kind of need to be out of combat, or to eat the well-fed buff. Yeah, because if we don't have the well-fed buff going, it's not gonna help too much. And we can also switch back to. If we switch to the tank set for more defense at the start, equip the. That should be here somewhere. We'll eat this, and we'll start looking at stuff. More. Nope. Currently eating. Staff. There's the staff. Okay. Well-fed buff. And then something's in the not traded slot. What are we trying to put in the not traded slot? That'll be fine. Alright. Staff back on. Yeah, if we start with the actual armor on until we actually need to get more than every single hit. Requires a ranged weapon. So you don't throw. Interesting, you don't throw the thrown weapon? That's fascinating. Let's get an actual ranged weapon on then. Rude. Let's get him back to a corner here. Yeah, as long as we're still getting a point per hit, we don't need to worry. I guess we got more than one hit there. Maybe having this stuff on will help. Put back on the actual equipment. One-hand dagger. Where did this stuff go? There it is. Here's 50, 52, 53, 55. Yeah, it's still helping. We're getting more than 1 point per whack here. That's still good. So yeah, having the... We're in the smart stuff? We're not. This one's gonna be smart because we're in combat. Huh. Well. Oh, can't do that in combat, okay. Let me get back out here. That's a system. Bonk. Trying to get this set up right. Looks like it lets us switch back to that setup. Here we are. Let's just go back in with this. Should be fine. And also, more powerful spell than the scroll is already active. So, something in here counts as a scroll. Are we trying to trade? Alright. We'll just keep this set on. That should be fine. Back up so we're in the wall. Okay. So let's get up the skills here. And having a healer definitely helps when trying to do this. So we're starting with stabs. And we want to get an actual ranged weapon on. This throw apparently doesn't work. Let's go with the bow. And we need arrows, obviously. Where's a ranged weapon? Arrows. Got the arrows on. Ah, the target's too close for the ranged weapon. Right. Can't really be doing that then. That's fine. Why do thrown weapons have that problem then? Since it doesn't seem to actually count as a ranged weapon. I think we're just going to need to bring around our ranged equipment and shoot things while we're doing stuff. If we want to actually train that. We have plenty of haste here. What's our haste rating at here? Melee. Haste rating is 40, 1.2% haste. Sure. Attack speed, 1.65. When this is 2. That's pretty good. It's got some speed to it. Alright. So basically, we do this. We're still getting quick levels. Just want to... I don't know if we're gonna finish everything here. Especially not the ranged weapons. But we're going to at least go for getting it up reasonably high. At least until we're not getting attacks quick enough. Levels. I guess we could also switch to like defensive stance to take less damage. Melee weapon, Thunder Armor. Might be kind of a... only sometimes weapon. There we go. Thunder Armor. Where's melee weapon? Don't have it on the defensive bar here, apparently. Well, let's put it on the bar then. Now, if we're in defensive, we take less damage, which can help. Increases armor penetration. Critical strike. Yeah, those don't matter. Taking less damage is at least somewhat helpful. This one might be generating less rage, though. Yeah, critical strike chance, I think, generates some rage for us or something. Let's keep that on. See how it goes. They're both options. Yeah, the staff training is going very well so far. The problem is going to be getting... I mean, you would think with our inability to actually hit with the weapon, we wouldn't have very much aggro. Apparently, not quite how this works. Because if we can get this guy further away, we could then use our range attacks. Is that because we're using Cinder Armor? That's a high amount of threat. Let's try not doing that thing. Yeah, if we're just constantly grabbing more threat there, that's not gonna help. What other options do we have that are instant, cheap? If we go to battle stance, Find Rend. 10 rage instant. That's even better. Let's Rend. Alright. And now, since we're like this, we can also fire some shots. Unfortunately, we can't fire shots and be in melee distance at the same time, though. So I don't think that's gonna work too well. Stabs, 394, 395. I seem to have drawn aggro again. Even with Rend. 3 damage. Interesting. I mean, we're not have to worry about that. I guess we can go on. I mean, it's cheaper too. It's also instant, so it's just as good. Stabs 398. Fantastic. It's taking a little bit longer to get these final levels here, but nothing too crazy. Definitely possible. And this one we had to go all the way from level 1. That's a lot more attacks. 399 on the staff. Let's see 400. Let's see it. It's definitely taking more. 399 might be a good spot to stop. It's gonna take this many extra attacks. But it's only two-handed. I guess we also need pole arms. Powerful spell's already active. Really, he's bleeding already. That's what's under. Yeah, 399 might be a good spot to stop. It's taking a lot more than the other levels were. We can always get it done later. Let's switch to... I mean, daggers are only at 397. So we put a offhand dagger and a main hand mace. One-handed mace. One-handed... It's a dagger. That's a sword. Do we buy a dagger? It's a pole. There it is. Alright. Here we go. Maces is increasing quickly. And daggers is at 397. 398. Now look how quickly we're getting from 392, 393, 394. And it gives plenty of time for the healing totem. Yeah, he's switching around using the healing totems. It's a bit of strategy here. It's all working out. 396, 397. And the dagger's just stabbing by itself. 399 on the dagger, 398 on the mace. If we have time at the end, we can try to get to 400s. Mace is at 399. Switch to... I mean, we can just see how long it takes to get to 400. Or we can switch to stuff. I think we want to get to 399 to start. Let's switch it up. We're gonna go to swords. We got 2 swords here. See, these numbers just fly up. Between having 2 swords attacking... Look at this guy. Between having 2 swords attacking and abilities, we got a lot going here. Battle stance. Berserker stance. 380. 384, 385, 386, 387. Yeah, besides the last, like, mainly the last level, but also 398's a little slow. The rest of the levels are very quick. Probably some behind the scenes numbers in that whole thing. Let's see, we're 397. 398. Also helps we have a lot more stabs going out. 399. And then 400 is just a lot more than that. I'm gonna go unarmed. We only have the one unarmed weapon. I guess we will. Yeah, this is definitely unarmed. We have unarmed, we also have the offhand sword still. If we get that to 400, we can switch. It's only, we only have a main hand fist weapon. Offhand fist weapon. Hey, unarmed is 300. Yeah, I don't know if offhand fist weapons are even a thing. So if the sword hits 400, we can switch that to something else. $400 is definitely the problem here. Fire off some AoEs to deal with this guy. Wild stuff. Oh, he's almost done. There he goes. Unarmed. Going up. Sword is still at 399. Yeah, the last level is definitely the biggest situation. Because that... It's interesting the last 5 levels aren't a big situation. Nope. We've got Master of Arms for leveling up swords. Character. Put a dagger there. It's definitely possible. Let's see what that achievement is for. Let's say the Northrend Dungeon Master for completing all the Northrend dungeons. Yeah. Oculus. Raise 4 weapon skills to 400, and we just can't use wands. Yeah, that was our 4th one then. Brilliant. Unarmed is at 398. And daggers is now at 400. We'll put the axe on. Find the axe here somewhere. That's a main hand axe. Anything else we don't have at 400? Unarmed is at 399. Mace. Here's a one-hand mace. Yeah. Unarmed and mace go in here. So we've definitely seen that 400 is possible. We'll go back to the staff and the axe. Oh, there goes mace. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have an offhand for anything. We don't have 400 yet. Full arms, guns. Yeah, the axe and the unarmed are both only main hand. So let's keep on keeping on. He's on bonking us a little bit. That's okay. I don't know if the weapon, like the abilities, only counts for your main hand weapon. There's definitely a lot. If we didn't have to be up against the wall, we'd be able to look at more things at the same time here. But that's how it's gonna be. Gonna use up. I guess we just use up. Did someone order a knuckle sandwich for unarmed? Level up. Axe on. Hilarious. Raise your unarmed skill to 400. Amazing. I wonder how much more of these there's gonna be. What else we got? We still need to get the staff. Yeah, it's going at a decent rate inside. Now, so after we get the axe to 400, all that's left really is the pole arm a little bit, and the last level of the staff. All of this intellect is really working out. 479. It's definitely pretty good. I really don't know if we need any of this after this. I don't know if more weapons ever come out. I guess it's a possibility. I don't know if I want to spend this many bank spaces on it, is the thing. We can always have more bank space, that's fine. Main hand X. It'll be a fun little adventure. We don't need the weapons anymore, that's for sure. They're soulbound, so. One level in axes, one level in the staff, then pole arms, and then, I mean, apparently throne. So you can put it in. I guess this is shoot. Maybe there's a specifically a throw ability. And here it is, throw. Requires throw. Hurl weapon at opponent. Let's have a thrown opponent. Can't do that. Target is too close. So throw also has a range to it. Alright. Shoot works for all the other. And there's axes for him. Back to the staff. Can we find the staff? Nice. Axes for him. Brilliant. This is a 1.5 second cast. This is a 0.5 second cast. This throne is gonna be quicker than. Yeah, throne is an interesting one. It's faster. But, I mean, we only have the singular actual weapon here. So hopefully, I mean, as I don't know if this is gonna be an arrow projectile. We'll see if it uses an arrow, I guess. When we throw the throne. I wouldn't think it would. It wouldn't make too much sense. Maybe though. Maybe. But yeah. Now we're just bonk with the staff, which does have the negatives of being two-handed. So we can't get. There's that. So next up is polearm. The Dalaran spear on. And now that we don't need to get the last level, we're just flying through. We're even skipping levels. That's how smart we are. Who needs level 371? No time for it. Gotta keep going. This would be. This is the last melee level I get. Brilliant. That's just all of the other ones. Is your guy attacking me? Look at this guy. Dead wall 3. Level 47. Let's keep on firing off some hurricanes to get rid of him. Now, once we were trying to level up our ranged equipment, or range attacks, we just have the regular weapons on and obliterate him when he tries to attack us. 399, hold on. Yeah, this is the final melee that we need to train. We got 38 minutes left. Whole arm 400. So now, go character. Get our main weapons on here. Where's the other main weapon? Alright, it's Titan Steel Destroyer. Now, to get aggro off of us on this guy. And start working on getting range attacks in.
I can't do that.
See if we can just lose aggro here for a second. Okay. And now, thrown. These are first times we've ever thrown something.
Isn't ready.
Looks like we're actually limited on the global cooldown. I guess it's a 0.5 second cast. Oh, this is definitely gonna be slower. And the shooting is gonna be even worse. Yeah, we're just sitting over here. Once we move this over to an actual key, that'd be better. So I don't have to click it. Oh, we've lost aggro. Oh yeah, this is gonna be much slower. Are we skipping levels at least? Doesn't look like it. Brutal. I guess we were mostly skipping levels because things lined up on the same tick, probably. Did a auto attack and an instant attack at the same time.
I can't do that yet.
Yeah, this is definitely slower. We check our range stuff here. We're too close. Yeah, aggro is the next thing we need to worry about. I don't think we're gonna get all the thrown to 400.
That ability isn't
All the
ready.
thrown and shooting. Yeah, this is definitely not as quick. It's interesting that this locks you on. Trying to throw. Just a little animation for each attack. It's a 1.95 second cooldown, and then a 0.5 second cast speed. Only at 50 so far. I think we just bring these along with us on our adventures. Of all of these, the one most likely to get value from getting to a high level is going to be gun. I think we get the gun on here. Rifle. And we need the bullets. Okay. Yeah, we should. We did not like getting shot, apparently. This is even slower.
I can't do that yet.
Brutal. And if we're unarmed, it's just going to do unarmed attacks. I don't think we have any way to auto fire the gun. If we stand here, we got melee stuff on, we got our gun on, and it just switches back. Yeah. Alright. I think it's gonna be a lot of waiting. 1.46 second cooldown. Cast time is 1.5 seconds. Yeah, it's not ideal. Then what is the... I guess the speed is 1.46. I guess range. Got the haste rating helping a little bit. It's too close. Aggro is definitely an interesting thing. Maybe like closer here. What are these pillars? Like stand behind him. don't know if any of these are helping us currently. This poor Brawl the Destroyer doesn't stand a chance. Melee. Yeah, change targets. That'll work. Yeah, we're still getting a level each shot, but it's a lot slower. It's a lot slower. I mean, too much threat from mailing in between swaps. Yeah. Our threat is off the chart. We smash, you die. Yeah. Good luck with that. This is definitely a thing, isn't it? My goodness. Wild stuff out here. Let's get this to 300, then we can switch to something else. Our bows and crossbows are very low. Let's get to a nice round number here. Right, crossbow. $46. Yeah, if it takes this long to do each shot, imagine how long it would take to actually get these to 400. That would be just brutal.
That ability isn't ready.
Oh, he's coming for me. Ow. Making it very difficult to shoot Jim. What are you doing? Being dead, that's what he's doing. Brawl the Destroyer. We fire our crossbow. It's a pretty cool looking crossbow, all things considered. Yeah, I don't think any of the intellect stuff is actually helping for this part. It's really only good for those last levels. So I suppose we should stick to the gun. At least try to get some value out of this while we're here. I imagine it's gonna be so many shots, especially for the last two levels. I guess this is gonna be a test to see if we still get to like 397 without any problems. It's gonna take a little bit though. It's gonna take a little bit. All of this was completely unnecessary, obviously. We're very unlikely to use any of these different types of weapons. Especially since we have all of our points expecting to getting Titan's Grip here. Which only really is a good idea if we're using two-handed axes, maces, and swords. I mean, technically, some of the one-handed weapons would still be useful if we ever wanted to switch to them for the tanking set. But especially the ranged weapons, not helpful at all. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Most of the time, we use these just to get aggro from range. When we don't want to just sprint on into the fight. It's not even charge, it's intercept. Boo. Charge. We're gonna call it charge. But yeah. It's not too often that we fire our ranged weapon. I mean, just based on the levels alone, today is going to be the majority of our shots fired in our entire playtime. It's pretty wild. Okay. Especially if this is slowing down at the end. It also could have a completely different experience formula, since it takes an extra bit of time to do each attack. But then really, what is the speed the shoot is 1.5 second cast, and then there's global cooldown. So is global cooldown 1.46 seconds? That doesn't make a huge amount of sense. Aggro. Oops, melee. He just comes over here to whack us every once in a while. That could be some kind of mechanic. Stop people fighting an enemy for like this the entire time. I don't know. It seems to happen just every once in a while. It's not like we're building up a huge amount of threat with our one shot every 1.5 seconds here. No, now it's on a 1.13 second cooldown. Wind Fury. That really increases melee haste. Spell, intellect. He's coming back again. We're on a rampage. That does critical strike chance. Skin. Heroism. Melee range spellcasting speed increased by 30%. Okay. So heroism is what's happening to allow us to attack slightly more quickly. Okay. Interesting. Not sure what's proccing that. It's alright. It's probably critical strike chance. No, that's just critical strike. Expertise. Nope, that's not it. Not sure about that one. All I know is I'm just standing here. Stop whacking me. You've been very rude. Change target. Yeah, we can't fire any of our ranged weapons when that happens, unfortunately. Alright, we're getting up here in the level. 375. Still getting a level per shot. Yeah, the main problem is gonna come when... Oh, he's coming back again. Alright, too close. Damage taken. Increases threat. We definitely don't want to be in defensive stance. That's not going to help. Maybe just give him a few hits in here. And Fury. Exactly how threat is doing things here. It's definitely a question. Looks like he knocks him back and then wants to attack me. Might just be Brawl's mechanic here. Knock back your enemy and then go attack the next person. Interesting. Seems if that's what it is, it seems to be a little bit random when he does it. Sometimes we got a decent amount of time where it's not a problem. Wild. And we look absolutely amazing. Gotta say. He's come back again. Shoot the mages while the boss comes in. I mean, I guess we could. I mean, there are mages. So that's gonna actually work out for us. Because they're gonna stay far away from us. I'll speed up a little bit. $392, $393. Yeah, the problem with this is they can die, which is not ideal. 4. Man. Any living mages? That's true. figure all this right. All the mages are dead. Let me just go get my loot here. Why do you hate me so? I mean, besides the fact that we've been fighting this entire time. Jeez. You just cannot get aggro over there. My goodness. Are you far away from me? Some punchy one. Yeah. You hit me. Just turn your back from it. Just throw me away. It'll be fine. Maybe I can shoot while I wait. No. That's wild. There's a whole mechanic out here. Hi. Now we almost want the mages to respawn. Not that the mages are a big deal. We just cannot lose our threat here. They're very threatening, apparently. There we go. He knocked us over here. Coming from here. Alright. We good? Wild. Wild stuff. Oh, we didn't get a level for that shot. 395. 396. Alright, now the intellect here is doing work. Probably. Probably, maybe. How much damage are we doing? Probably not a lot. 45 to 84 damage. Then add 22 damage. 397. Oh, he tried to come attack us. Phew. We're also going through the bullets here, but we got enough. Enough bullets, at least. The arrows is going to be a different question. Because we have bows and crossbows. Well, I guess the question is going to be how far we get. I don't think we're going to be able to... I mean, honestly, even getting to 400 guns might be a problem. Because the number of shots it's going to take. Then from there, we try to get... I mean, at that point, we don't even need the intellect buffs. Nope. It's coming together. No. Recovered. Wild. Alright, 399 guns. So how many shots is this going to take to get to 400? It feels like it's going to be a lot. It feels like it's going to be a lot of shots. But now's the best time. Now is the best time by far. Since we have all these buffs going. Don't know if we return to try this again with the rest of the ranged weapons at all. I don't think it's definitely unnecessary. Like, this entire thing has been unnecessary. Let's be abundantly clear. Alright, grab the aggro back. Maybe if we just don't shoot when he's coming back. That might work. There. There's a nice chunky chunk here. All these at 400 almost, except for guns. Good chunk down at the bottom here. Just missing throne. The axes is all alone at the top. Doing good. If we don't attack. Don't attack. The mages should be respawning here pretty soon, so we can switch to them. When that's a thing. When the boss comes a knocking. I don't think there's really anything you can do to stop those knockbacks. It's just kind of a thing that happens. That's alright. Would be pretty cool to have an actual experience bar. Like you have for the full levels and everything. We got a bar for total levels. We're trying to attack the totem there. Let's just attack a mage here. It doesn't. It seems like it's just switches when he does the knockback attack. So I don't think there's any like big pile of threat that we're making or anything. I don't think there's anything we can do either. 400 guns. There we go. All right, let's switch to throne. Just because this is faster, we might be able to get somewhere. Oh, that's a brute. You're no good. Oh, there's also a brute attacking us from the other side, apparently. Good to know, I guess. See, this is only... I mean, I guess it's a second faster per attack, because we don't need to worry about the actual casting speed. Oh, he's coming again. Just kind of let him go. Right. I think we can get thrown up in the time we have left here. Doesn't matter. Go for it. It's definitely our best shot at getting more out of the intellect bonus. Because it's going to get up to 395. Significantly quicker than bows and crossbows would.
That ability.
What, are we throwing an axe? Can we see? Not really. It is a thrown axe that we have, so presumably it's an axe. Probably fine either way. Or whatever. If we can get... Switch to the mage. This is... I mean, sometimes it seems like attacking the main guy later was a problem. They wouldn't switch aggro back for a little bit. But sometimes it seems like it was just fine. Nope. Yeah, if we get thrown up here, we have a big stack of 400 weapon skills all the way to almost the top. The mage is alive? No. If we like stood on top of something, I mean, that typically doesn't work because then you get into a situation where you're considered safe, and then the game doesn't like that. There's been some times where it felt like that shouldn't have been a problem. That's alright. Bows and crossbows would take much longer. If these numbers here are accurate. Feels faster, at least. As we can attack. Facing the wrong way, it's fine. It's still better than any other option. What would be better, obviously, would be this but a mage. Although, also, magic damage is a problem, so maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that wouldn't be better. He's got a mage weave cloth here. That's great. See how this works. Switch back. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything we can do to stop him from switching aggro here. That's okay. Alright, this takes... 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3... It's like 2-second cooldown, then a 0.5-second cast. Definitely not the quickest. Yeah, the melee was definitely more exciting. We were slamming out attacks, and also abilities were helping too. Any mages alive from your shoot? No. No. Grawl the Destroyer. We got some threat information there. 75% threat, 72%, 68. Oh. 60, 58. Yeah. Just firing off throwed weapons is not a big deal. Seeing we're too far away to melee attack. Hilarious. "200% threat." Yeah. Looks like it just gives you a 200% threat on switch. Now we're at 0. Yeah, switches and just gives him a bunch of default threat against you. So that's interesting. Only really a mechanic that we even care about in the slightest when I'm trying to use range here. In melee, we didn't even care. And we're just spamming Thunder Armor, which increased our threat even more. Because that wasn't a problem. No, he's coming back. Oh, mage. Beautiful. I'll attack you. Yeah, the real losers in this situation are the mages and brutes that are in here. Because they can't just be immortal like everybody else here. Alright. Yeah, the range is definitely slower. And the least important. Let's see, if we want to do 200 more attacks. That's just a brute. We'll get one shot at least. Oh, he's dead already. Well, okay, sure. Something like that. Yeah, if we want to do 200 more attacks to get up to reasonable. Each attack takes like 2.5 seconds. We got like 10 minutes left before our boosts run out. Would like to get the bows and crossbows up too, but making the most of what we have here, for starters. 200% threat on me. I mean, I guess once you knock your other opponent out and they can't do anything for a little bit, the opponent that's actually doing something is the main problem. 0% threat. Can you turn target again? That's also slowing us down slightly. A mage has spawned. We can make use of that. Yeah, this is definitely the best we can do here. I think Heroism is this one on the 10-minute cooldown. On the special, very strong abilities Eric Butler has. So that gives us, like, what was it, like 30 seconds or something of faster attacks. I mean, it's something. It's not nothing. Speeds up by 30% for a little bit. No. Get a few more attacks off, I guess. And now we're back into not having that. Oh well. 200 thrown. Delightful. I guess they might be able to spawn as the melee or the magic version of the ogres here. And that would mean that sometimes there isn't any mages for us to fire against. In best case scenario, we can get... I guess another thing we can do while we wait is pick up some loot. Wild. Only 7 minutes left. We need to throw more throwing axes. Even though you can have the thrown weapon, but the thrown weapon has all of its stats, and you don't get the additional bonuses from the ammo slot. So presumably the thrown weapons would be slightly stronger, because you're missing out on a little bit of damage. Way. Alright. 230. A little bit of time left. This has definitely been an adventure. Come hunt next time. Okay. I think it's really just it switches whenever it punts, and there's nothing we can do about it. Presumably. That's how it's feeling so far, at least.
Not ready yet. I can't do that yet.
I think it just switch. Which is whenever it knocks back.
That ability isn't ready.
I don't know if there's any benefit of waiting on it. Doesn't feel like there is. That's what it's been feeling like. Under the hood, though, there could be anything happening. I don't know. All I know is I must throw. And so I will. Hundreds and hundreds of times. I don't know if trying to... We're back. I don't think being behind even helps either. That wipes all aggro. Why does it give me so much? Why does it aggro so much on me then? I guess because we hit it with the thrown weapon after it hits us? Or it just wipes all the aggro? And we've been still attacking it? We have one throw here. Yep, 3%. Yeah. Yep, it's definitely something. Kinda. It's kinda something. It is similar to something. Yeah, not much we can do about that. 276, 277. Try to change targets. There might be there's probably a stun also connected to the knockback there. So you can't just instantly get back on it or anything. This seems to be how it works. My range attacks are getting stronger and stronger. Oh, we got options out here. I mean, once we have, if we use one of the attacks we actually can use now, basically guns, actually do some damage. Don't get in melee range of me. Very rude. Don't appreciate it. Yeah, if we actually fire a gun, we can do some damage. But that's not super helpful. Since it still would do a lot less damage than just charging on in and actually attacking. Animations have broken, apparently. seeing all kinds of weird stuff out here. Only have 300. Only have 2 minutes left on the potion. And well-fed buff. We still have all the gear. We probably keep going. I don't think we need to, though. We literally don't need to, as we've said before. So, it's wild out here. I don't think we go do this again either, at any point. Kind of need to find just a bunch of mages somewhere, so we can actually just stay out of aggro. Yeah, the not being able to throw or shoot if they're in melee range is definitely the most annoying thing here. Alright. We probably still have all the equipment on us. What's this gonna lower us by? 40 haste and 65 intellect. How much of the haste gonna matter? 1.95 seconds. 1.97 seconds. Yeah, the haste was not a huge deal. I mean, honestly though, actually, from all the attacks we've done, 0.02 seconds per ranged attack is actually kind of significant. Anything else we can attack? No. We could try to stay for 400 thrown. It'll just make it feel better when we fire our bow or crossbow later. For actually training. Because we still have a lot of intellect. Also, this intellect magic's also going away. We should probably stop. Once that's gone. So we'll just keep all the ranged weapons available. See if this intellect magic goes up. I can use a scroll, a potion. Let's get this to 400, then we'll be done. This has been probably the longest episode of anything ever. Comment down below if you made it this far. Because you haven't. There's no reason to. Now will be the time where we talk about what we're going to be doing next. Nah. No reason to. We got a little bit of magicness going on here. Yeah, let's get this done. We will leave the bows and crossbows, though. Not going to last that long. And we can always buy... I mean, we're not going to ever do this again, probably. I'm not worried about it. Here's a mage who can attack. 382, 83, 84. Alright. Wild stuff out here. But yeah. This is basically the situation. 390, 391, 392. If only the last few levels could be that quick. I'd really like to look into the underlying actual how this works. There's probably some kind of calculation making the first 390 levels just like one experience or something.
Can't do that yet.
Even up to 398. Pretty much fine. Like, maybe it's like, I mean, it's also because of all the intellect we've stacked. That's probably helping.
Ready
I think for previous times we've done this without, like, all the intellect gear on, it actually took a while in order to get things up. Couldn't get, like, all the way to one level from max without even needing to try. Anything we can shoot? No. Just don't get any aggro here. We're facing the wrong way. Disagree. We're facing the correct way. Yep. Almost done, though. Get the aggro back. "400% threat." My goodness. Yeah. Just knock me. That's gonna be the best way to get this done. Yeah, I got some shoulder pads. Cloth. Yeah. Yeah, all that time where we were just unable to do anything also doesn't help. Hurl a thrown weapon at the target. Indeed. Final level here. Then we'll have all of these at 400. If we just keep the screen right here, it looks perfect. Just ignore the bows and crossbows up above.
I can't do that yet.
No. Alright, that's fine. Just a few more shots here. And it's definitely worth using. There it is. Get our money. Get our money. Let's leave. Very good. Very good. And we can't sell our thrown weapon because that is actually part of things here. Girl still coming? Oh yeah, he is. He lives to fight another day. Goodbye, Grawl. Goodbye. 400 in everything, except for bows and crossbows. Don't look at it. We can sell everything that we don't need here. I guess we still want the intellect gear if we ever, if new weapons exist. I know new classes are a thing. I don't know if new weapon classes are though. So we will keep these things. Why not? But we will sell the weapons we don't need. So I guess we didn't need the. Oh, we could have been using the Dalaran Dari. I guess I don't think the speed actually matters in the slightest, because it is. If we equip the Dalaran Dari here, oh, it is faster. That's unfortunate. Well, we don't need it now. Okay. So, equip the DPS set, equip the tank set, equip the DPS set. Here, we want the, I guess we use the good arrows to start. Mace. There's a shoulder we don't need. There's a polearm, staff, axe, sword. Keep the crossbow. We don't need the Dalaran gun or the throne. That actually would have helped a little bit. Unfortunate. Yeah, the speed actually matters. Because the shoot now is 2.8 seconds because of this bow. If we keep the Dalaran bow. Here's the Dalaran bow. So here. This is where the range weapon goes. That's where the shield goes. Okay. We don't need the gun. We don't need the throne. We do need arrows. Let me just keep these arrows with us. We don't need the bullets. Basically, we need the bow, crossbow, and arrows. Kinda. We'll sell all the rest of these. And none of these are in any of the sets here either, so that's fine.
I'm listening.
Hoods. One-hand mace. These don't say soulbound or anything. I guess it's because they're white, maybe? Or is this the Dalaran set? Dalaran everything. Wild. No, we don't need any of these. Oh, well. If levels go up, we might want them. And then we can always just buy them back. No, we're just gonna get rid of them. You served me well, all the different things. We don't need the bullets. The guns are darts. Just sell that. We'll keep the mage cloth. Okay. So yeah. It was an adventure, that's for sure. And I think we will keep these, because if Cataclysm is a thing, all the skills will go up, probably. And then we're going to want to have it. Let's make a section in here. All of our kind of sort of intellect stuff. No, that's a sword. We have to remember that our pants are in the intellect set. That takes a lot of inventory bank space, but honestly we have a lot of things in here that we don't need. What are these 20 slot bags? We can buy better bags too. 20 slots fine.
See you later.
That's another thing that might happen. Might get more bags. Better bags. I don't know. Hello, Shenkang Chen.
I buy and trade.
You sell the staff? I used your staff. I am now a master of staves.
Life bless you.
Goodbye. And goodbye to everyone else too. Just look at this part. It's fantastic. But maybe we just shoot a bunch of things with bows and crossbows on our adventures. But we will see. Next time. Goodbye.